In order to improve your strength, flexibility, and balance with exercises, you will need to understand the benefits of each exercise, its functions, common mistakes, and how to move in an optimal way. And we're going to cover clamshell exercise today. If you want to learn how to retrain your body and then movement safely and then effectively and then move better, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video every week. I am Taro Iwamoto. I am a Feldenkrais practitioner. With my backgrounds in athletic training, physical therapy, martial arts, and the Feldenkrais method, I have helped many people like you overcome and then move beyond the pain and the limitations. Now it's your turn, and let's dive in. Clamshell exercise strengthens your hip abductor muscles, which is the gluteus medius muscles. And functionally, when do we use those muscles? We use those muscles in standing, walking, and those muscles provide the stability side to side. If it weren't for those muscles, and we're going to be a lot less stable in walking and standing. So the common mistakes with this exercise, just knowing what these muscles are. These muscles here on the side of the hip, your pelvis, and then it abducts your legs. Okay? So that's why it's called the hip abductors. And mostly the gluteus medius muscles. It's part of the gluteus muscles, but mostly on the side, and that does abduct your hip. So the clamshell muscles, the clamshell exercise are done. What typical way to do it is lying down on the side, okay, and you can use a pillow to rest your head, but I'm going to do it this way right now so you can see. And your legs, top legs and top of the bottom leg, and then you flex in your hips and your knees slightly, so they're not too extended. Okay, about 45-degree angle or so, and keeping your ankles together, and then moving the top knee up towards the ceiling, which kind of opens the hip up, and then that will contract the muscles here. The medius muscles, mostly. So this is the clamshell, very common exercise for strengthening your gluteus medius muscles. Common mistakes would be that destabilizing the pelvis. And so they are turning the pelvis and turning the trunk to do that. So you're not really moving through the hip as you are moving the whole body together. So what are you moving through? You're moving your torso, so you're not really engaging these muscles. So if your focus is to engage your hip abductor muscles, your gluteus muscles, then you want to stabilize your pelvis, stabilize your spine, so that you are isolating the movement at your hip. And if you have a hard time really sensing your body, and you can't tell whether you are rotating your pelvis or the spine backwards, you can do this one against the wall. So the wall is behind your pelvis, your back is touching the wall, so that you can't rotate further back because of the wall. Acts as a constraint. That helps you to understand and sense the movement of your hip versus your torso. That's a different, right? So that's a traditional clamshell exercise for gluteus medius strengthening. And then I'm going to show you a non-traditional clamshell, which not a lot of people teach. And you may find this one very strange, but anyways, why not? So in the same positions, sideline, okay, you don't have to pop your head up with your hand. It's just easier for me to speak to you right now as I'm explaining this exercise. So in the same position, instead of focusing on the top leg, now you're going to focus on the bottom leg. And you're going to push your bottom knee and your thigh down into the floor. And what happens is it pushes you back and then pushes you to rotate out this way here. So which actually end up looking like you're doing the clamshell, but in a bad form, right? Because you're not supposed to turn your pelvis and you're not supposed to turn your spine. That's what I told you earlier. But now you are doing a completely different exercise. You are actually engaging the bottom gluteus medius muscles, but pushing into the ground, which will move your body and rotate your body out. So that's a very different way to strengthen the gluteus medius. And there's a benefit of doing this way. So in exercise terminology, this moving the leg up this way, and this is called the open kinetic exercise. There's nothing in contact with the surface, non-movable surface. You're moving a limb here in a space. And then the bottom one, you are pushing into the ground that is not movable, your floor. And you engage in the muscle. This is called the closed kinetic chain exercise. So you're actually strengthening the same muscles, this leg and the opposite leg, but one in open kinetic, and then the other one is a closed kinetic. And functionally speaking, they're very different. And one reason why I like doing the second version, closed kinetic chain version of the clamshells, is that we use the gluteus medius muscles, functionally speaking, in a closed kinetic chain a lot, such as a standing and then a walking. As you are standing, these muscles are already engaged. And then as you're breaking down the walking, taking a step, and then the gluteus medius muscles with gluteus maximus muscles are stabilizing my pelvis and my leg. But my leg is in contact, foot is in contact with the ground, so which is the closed kinetic chain. And if it weren't for the gluteus medius muscles, what happens is, I lose the stability of my hip and pelvis, and then I start to compensate because I don't have a strength here, right? And the clamshell, the closed kinetic version, actually trains the muscles in this fashion, in the same way that we use in walking, gait, and standing. And that's why the benefit of doing the clamshell closed kinetic version is more functional, because training the muscles in the same way that we use in walking. So the other one, the clamshell open kinetic chain version, is this. You're moving the leg in a space, moving the hip in a space. So that is the open kinetic chain version of the clamshells. So both are important, but functionally we use the gluteus medius muscles in a closed kinetic chain also, so it makes sense to do it in both ways. So I'm not trying to suggest one way is better than the other one. In fact, beneficial to do both closed kinetic chain and the open kinetic chain version. Repetitions, if you're looking for specific repetitions, good quality movements, and then do 10 to 15 repetitions, 2 to 3 sets, both ways. Open kinetic chain, closed kinetic chain, and then flip over to the other side, open kinetic chain, closed kinetic chain, to 3 sets of 10 to 15 quality reps. Make sure that you know what to look for. For one, when you're doing an open kinetic chain, the focus is isolation of the movement of the hip so that there is no compensation of the pelvis or the spine, torso turning. On the other one, you are driving the movement from the bottom leg by pushing that leg and knee and the thigh into the floor, and to move your torso, move your pelvis rotate it out. So in this case, you're not destabilizing because you are initiating motion, and then you are simply allowing the body to move with that initiation. If you want to improve your back pain, be sure to grab your free movement guide to pain-free back at the link below. Check out these videos, and if you like this video, and hit that like button, and be sure to subscribe and share with your friends. Comment below how helpful you found this video was. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Happy mindful movement. Bye bye.